Learn how Shrek became a groundbreaking film, including its record-breaking 82% Rotten Tomatoes score and 5 Academy Award wins. Shrek was the first animated film to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. The film's 82% Rotten Tomatoes score remains one of the highest for an animated movie. Shrek's success was fueled by its relatable themes, including self-acceptance and embracing individuality. The film's unique blend of humor, satire, and pop culture references helped it appeal to a wide audience. Shrek won a total of 5 Academy Awards, including Best Animated Feature and Best Adapted Screenplay. The film's groundbreaking success paved the way for future animated films, including sequels and spin-offs. Explore the battle-tested tactics employed by the Roman legions, including the famous testudo formation, which allowed soldiers to approach enemy fortifications with protection, and the clever use of siege engines to breach enemy defenses. The Roman legions' tactics were shaped by their experience fighting against the Etruscans and Gauls. The testudo formation, or tortoise, protected soldiers with a shield wall while approaching enemy fortifications. Roman legions used siege engines, like catapults and ballistae, to breach enemy defenses with precision. The Roman triple-layer battle formation allowed for flexibility and adaptability on the battlefield. Roman soldiers were trained to fight in close quarters, using short swords and shields to devastating effect. Explore how players in Dark Souls use psychological tactics like social proof and conformity to cope with frustration while waiting in online multiplayer queues, and how this impacts their gaming experience. Dark Souls online multiplayer queues can last up to several hours, causing frustration and anxiety in players. To cope, players use social proof, joining queues with many players to feel a sense of comfort and reassurance. Conformity tactics are also employed as players mimic others' behaviors, such as using specific gestures or messages to fit in. These psychological tactics can lead to a sense of community and shared experience among players in the queue. However, they can also create a false sense of hope, leading to further frustration when the queue doesn't move. Did you know zippers can be made from over 20 different materials, including nylon, polyester, and even recycled plastics? Zippers can be made from over 20 different materials, ranging from common plastics to metals. Nylon zippers are strong, lightweight, and resistant to abrasion, making them perfect for outdoor gear. Polyester zippers offer excellent durability and resistance to fading, ideal for clothing and upholstery. Metal zippers, like brass and aluminum, provide a premium look and extra strength for heavy-duty use. Some eco-friendly zippers are made from recycled plastics, reducing waste and supporting sustainable fashion. The choice of zipper material depends on the intended use, climate, and desired durability of the product. Discover how the fourth Earl of Sandwich, John Montagu, invented the sandwich in 2062 to avoid leaving the gaming table, and how it became a staple in our daily lives. John Montagu, the fourth Earl of Sandwich, was a British aristocrat and gambler in the 18th century. In 2062, Montagu ordered his valet to bring him slices of meat between 2 pieces of bread to avoid leaving the gaming table. This convenient and discreet meal allowed Montagu to continue playing cards without making a mess or drawing attention. The concept of placing fillings between 2 slices of bread quickly gained popularity among Montagu's friends and fellow gamblers. The name andwich was coined by Montagu's friends, who began ordering andwiches in his honor at local taverns and inns. Discover the unique eating habits of hibernators, from bears to bats, and learn how their diets help them survive during long periods of inactivity. Hibernating animals prepare for long inactivity by changing their diet before winter arrives. Bears eat up to 20,000 calories daily before hibernation to build fat reserves. Some hibernators, like bats, eat insects and fruits to fuel their winter survival. During hibernation, an animal's metabolism slows down to conserve energy. Hibernating animals recycle their own waste to conserve water and nutrients. Their unique diets and adaptations enable hibernators to survive months without food or water. Uncover the story of the Empire of Vietnam, which lasted only 10 months in 1945, making it one of the shortest-lived empires in history. In August 1945, Vietnam declared independence from France, marking the beginning of the Empire of Vietnam. The Empire of Vietnam was established with Emperor Bao Dai as its head, a former puppet ruler for the French. The new empire was technically a puppet state of Japan, which had occupied Indochina during World War II. On the 2nd of September 1945, Ho Chi Minh declared the establishment of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, rivaling the empire. The Empire of Vietnam collapsed in October 1945, when Japan surrendered, ending its own occupation of Indochina. The 10-month Empire of Vietnam ended with Bao Dar's abdication, paving way for the First Indochina War. Explore the fascinating world of lab-grown meat, where companies like Memphis Meats and Moza Meat are revolutionizing the food industry with cultured meat products. Lab-grown meat, also known as clean meat, is made by culturing animal cells in a controlled environment. Companies like Memphis Meats and Moza Meat are leading the charge in developing commercial lab-grown meat products. Lab-grown meat uses up to 90% less land, water, and energy compared to traditional animal agriculture. Memphis Meats has successfully grown meat from animal cells, including beef, chicken, and duck. Lab-grown meat has the potential to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by up to 75% compared to traditional farming. The first lab-grown meat product, a burger, was introduced in 2013 and cost around $330,000 to. Did you know aluminum is used in aircraft, spacecraft, and even the International Space Station? Aluminum is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust, making up 8% of its soil. The Wright brothers used aluminum in their 1903 Flyer, the first powered aircraft. Aluminum is 75% lighter than copper, making it a crucial material for aircraft and spacecraft. The International Space Station is made of 75% aluminum, weighing over 450,000 pounds. Aluminum is also used in medical equipment, such as MRI machines and surgical instruments. Recycling aluminum uses 95% less energy than producing new aluminum from raw materials. Reconstruct the shocking last phone calls of drivers, including the frantic 911 call from a motorist on the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge during the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake. The 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake struck during a World Series game, causing widespread panic. A frantic 911 call from a motorist on the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge was one of the last calls received. The earthquake caused a 50-foot section of the Bay Bridge to collapse, killing one person. In the chaos, many drivers made desperate calls to 911, unaware of the extent of the disaster. One caller, a truck driver, reported seeing the road behind him waving like a snake as the quake hit. These last calls from the highway offer a haunting glimpse into the terror and confusion of that fateful day.